There he is. That's a hoss. There we go. Oh, and hooked up. Thanks for checking out this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned after the video for this week's tackle tip. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the second ever video for Salty Bottom Outdoors. Once again, my name is Kevin, and I'll be taking you with me again to Lake Borgne. This time we're going after some redfish first thing in the morning. Probably gonna be some bass mixed in, because y'all know where there's bass in Louisiana, there's redfish. I'm just changing up the lure right quick. I got my H&H gold spinner and a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head. So I got a plan. We're gonna go after redfish. Got a lazy falling tide this morning. Not supposed to change until around 11. That's why I'm getting a late start. Just got to the boat, just waiting on the people I'm going fishing with. We're gonna target some reds pushing up on these flats on the incoming tide. And later this afternoon, we're gonna try to target some trout on a jerkbait bite over some grass flats. Hopefully there's some grass on them after the hurricane. Either way, it should be a great day. It's gonna be 66 and sunny with light winds out of the north pretty much all day. That's just mid-February in South Louisiana for you. Anyways, I will see y'all at the first fishing stop. All right, first fishing spot. Got some overcast, clean water. A little bit of moving water along these rocks that flow into that bayou. Throwing a fat boy first thing. Blaine's on a cork and Ed is on a jig. Let's see if we can't find a few hanging out along these rocks.
That's one.
First spot of the day. What, second cast?
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't no keeper. Definitely not anything to write home about, but there's fish here. Fog's finally starting to lift. See some blue skies up above us. I don't know. I'm gonna give this fat boy a few minutes once we get along these rocks, and I'm switching to probably a jig. First keeper of the morning. At least I think it's gonna be a keeper. Feels like a nice red. Oh, he's solid. That's a nice red. I might need it. He's pulling. Oh yeah, that's a nice redfish. What you thinking, Ed? 20, 22 inches?
At least.
Oh, that's a nice one. Hit that dead shrimp under a cork, man. Hold up, he ain't ready yet. That's 22 inches. There you go. Grab it. Beautiful. All right. Oh, he might be a little bigger than I thought.
That's a good one.
That's a good eating size.
Good size.
Ooh, he got hooked good. He wasn't coming off. There we go. It's a male. I can hear him thumping. Let's see, where is he at? Where's he at? Easy, fella. 20. Oh, we caught it, man. 22, almost on the nose.
Fish.
All right. First keeper of the morning, baby. I love coming out here in the summertime in Lake Borgne. You can find these reds in schools. 3 or 4 of them running together, and you can sight fish them right up against this. Man, it's a gorgeous day. Got him? Or are you hooked on the bottom? No, you got a fish. I'm talking about decent sized red.
That's a solid fish.
See, about the same size as the other one, about 22 inches or so. Was that your first cast up against the rocks?
It was.
There you go. Poor Ed, just switched with you too. Did he smoke it or just pick it up and start swimming with it?
He took it.
Nice. Watch the prop.
I saw the cork. Saw a big cork. What you want to do?
Yeah. Let him run. If he's still got fight in him, let him run.
He's never come up more than 3 foot.
That could. There he is. Oh, doubled up. That's a trout?
Is it?
No, I don't think so. No, it's not a trout. It's a smaller red. I'm gonna spot lock us right here. The boat's gonna spin around. That's a nice little red. It's keeper size, 18, 20 inch.
Rotten, you need the net.
I think I can flip him. He's not as big as the other one. Oh, maybe not. He's about a 20 incher or so. There we go.
Put your 20.
28 even. There we go. Two in the box. Let's go, baby.
Watch this. Watch it.
Dog, he still hadn't come up yet?
No.
There's the cork.
That's the first time the cork has broke the surface.
What you been fighting him? That's a nice red. You just had to drag loose on that. You running a tiny little rod.
It ain't much.
Oh, you got that drag super light.
Either 6 or 8.
Reel him up, reel him up, reel him up. You got
keep
that
reeling?
drag super light.
Pop it. Don't pop it.
He's still got fight in him. That's
Got plenty of fight.
that fish is not worn out, but you had that drag super light. 20, I think he's about 22. He's about the same size as that first one I caught. Right in the net, right in the net, right in the net.
Yeah.
No, he might be bigger. That might be a 24.
Yeah, he's good. Hang.
Right, go ahead and grab the net. There you go. Got him. Hold him, he gonna flop.
Get a picture of that.
Oh yeah. See right there behind the fins? Just like that, all right?
But see the gills? If
Don't
you
let
get
go.
your hand
I got
up in there, Blaine,
Right there.
it'll crush down and break.
And those gill
fingers.
plates are sharp. Hold,
Right.
put your hand underneath it. Underneath, there you go. Whew. You're gonna have to take a picture, Ed. My hands are covered in slime. I got him on the GoPro, but there you go. Beauty. Yeah, there's a little bit of grass along here.
Yep, look.
There you go.
I immediately had tension.
We don't need no vegetation. So we just hooked up, Blaine just hooked up a nice 25-inch with two in the box. While he was fighting his, I hooked up on a 20-inch. So we got 3 reds in what, 10 minutes or so? I'm fishing live shrimp, dead shrimp under a cork. On another nice one. And then I just say, if we get past this point, don't catch anything, we moving. And then I hook a nice one. He's coming right towards you, Ed. He's underneath you. Go in the front, go in the front, go in the front. Oh, that's a nice one. And this water's pretty.
Am I hung on you? Nope, I got a fish.
Oh, double up, baby. Spot lock. Got that spot lock. They must have been running together, Ed. I bet you mine was chasing, yours was chasing. Switch with me. I'm gonna go back to the front. Help me out, Blaine. He's about ready.
All right.
Oh, I say that.
I left mine
got
too,
some
so you can get around me, and that's what
There we go. Set him on the deck. Set him on the deck. We'll measure him in a minute. I want to get Ed's fish on video too. All right, Ed. What you got? What you got? A nice one? Oh, yeah. Now I'm thinking we're gonna work the rest of these rocks before we move. Go 10 minutes without catching a fish and double up. I'll take that all day.
Let's see what we got. 4 in the box plus yours. 5.
This will make
6?
5. No,
This will make 5?
this will make 5. I caught 3. Blaine caught 1. You caught 1.
It's a good fish.
It is a solid fish. I think he's a little bigger than the one I got.
Light tackle at its finest.
Mm-hmm. He's not even.
I'm on.
He just got some fight. He's about 23. And you fighting current too, though.
Yeah.
Bring him right up next to the boat.
I think that's my biggest problem.
He still ain't. He's still. That's why I love redfish, man. They just fight and fight and fight.
All right, Blaine. I'm gonna walk him around the side of the boat here. Quick with him. Quick with him.
Look at that beautiful blue tail all lit up.
Bring him to you. Hold up.
Right underneath the head. Right underneath the head. There you go. All right.
To the front.
All right, guys. So same spot, edge of Lake Borgne, fishing these rocks. 2 consecutive double ups. Me and Ed hooked up at the same time. Me and Blaine hooked up at the same time about 15 minutes ago. And I literally, did I not just say, if we don't catch another fish here in a second, we're gonna move, and then we double up. So now we can't move.
Sitting on the bottom, just sitting, relaxed. I didn't want to interfere with your fish.
My fish was fighting over his line, and then his line went off. Like I said, I think they were probably running together. Let's see if we can't get a triple. That would make a hell of a morning. It's a smaller one. You in the rocks?
Yeah, I let it sit too long.
Well, hang on.
Coming right on in here.
Oh, he ran right at the boat. Okay, okay. He's got something to say about it. Look out, look out, look out, look out, look out, look out. Oh, this is a solid fish. Oh, that's a bigger one. Did you catch a glimpse of that, dude?
Barely.
Dude, this is a bull. This is 27 plus, easy. Jeez, that's a big one.
That's a big fish. Yeah.
Ed, you're just gonna have to sit there for a minute. I'll get you off the rocks once we get this one in. I might not keep this one, depending on how big he is. Well, I guess he's not as big as I thought. He got this little $30 Academy special rod doubled over though. That's a solid fish.
Solid. He's the biggest one, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. Look at that. Big old redfish. That's what we come out here for. That's what we come out here for. All right, Blaine.
He might have just beat you.
Dip him underneath the head. Aim for the head. Aim for the head.
He can fight that fish faster.
Underneath the head. Always aim for the head. There you go. Woo!
Oh, that's a heavy fish.
That's
too.
a big one, boy.
That's a big fish.
That's a 26, 27 incher. I might release him. They're still good eating. Definitely better than a lot of the other fish out there, but there you go.
Get a measurement on that.
Oh, I am, but he's too big for my ruler. "28-inch fish." Look at that blue in that tail.
It's pretty.
Gorgeous fish. All right, we're gonna get a release on him. Big guy.
You want to put it? You got it.
All right. There he goes.
That's a solid fish.
Woo! Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. So if you made it this far in the video, chances are you're like me and you love fishing and you go fishing every chance you get. Now I made these videos not only for entertainment purposes, but also to help people. Now I'm no expert, but I'm happy to share any knowledge I gain with y'all so you can go out and catch these fish as well. That being said, as you can probably tell by the video, our plan that I talked about in the intro completely changed. And that's what I wanted to tell you on this week's tackle tip. Always have a plan when you go out, based on tides, based on wind, based on temperature. Always have an idea of where you're going and what you're going to be doing. That being said, take what they give you, okay? If your plan is not working, change it up based on what you see. So first thing in the morning, my plan was to make a longer run to the northern end of Lake Borgne and target some redfish along the shore where some marsh drains are, but the fog would not let us do that. We stayed closer to the launch, at least until the fog cleared up. Then we were gonna make the run to where I wanted to go, but we wound up getting on a really nice redfish bite, so we just didn't leave. Like I said, take what they give you. So we fished the first spot until the fog had lifted, and we were actually about to move when we hooked up on the first redfish. So we decided to stay in the area and continue fishing that way and see if we could put a few more in the boat, and it paid off big time. If I'm not mistaken, we had either 5 or 6 redfish in the box and released one big 28 or so inch bull red. After that, we decided that we were gonna head south and stick to the original plan, hopping through a couple of bayous on the way, picking up some redfish and bass, and eventually making our way down to the Mr. Go rocks and some grass flats in the area near the Great Wall of Chalmette. We got about halfway there and to our very first stop, the very first bayou I wanted to fish, and found out that the water was terrible. It was chocolate milk. It wasn't that nice green water that we were fishing earlier. So we turned around and started heading back to where we came from, made a couple of stops along the way that were unproductive, and we pulled into this bayou and just wore them out. But y'all have to wait until part 2 to see that, because this trip had a little too much content for just one video. So last time I showed you my Daiwa St. Croix setup. A lot of people don't want to spend that much on tackle. So this is the perfect example of how inexpensive stuff can get it done. This is a Daiwa DS1. It's a 6'6" medium fast. This whole setup, rod and reel, is $30 from Academy. I've had this particular one for over a year. I have beat on it. I haven't maintained it like I should. It's dirty. It probably needs to be oiled, but I caught quite a few redfish on it, including a big bull that I released, and I had absolutely no problems with it. This reel is spooled in the same 15-pound Yozuri Super Braid as my other setups, but I changed it up a little bit for the cork. I have a 4 Horseman cork on here, and they're a little pricey, but they're fantastic corks and they last. I've had this cork almost as long as I've had this rod, probably about a year, and it still works great. It sounds great, it casts a mile, and it's just tough. Worth the money in my opinion. Now underneath it, I have about a foot of monofilament leader and an 1/8 ounce matrix shad jig head. So I went with the jig head instead of a hook and a split shot, because I was fishing dead shrimp, and this way I could switch from dead shrimp to a soft plastic. Now this setup has fairly light line, and I just wanted to prove that to y'all. We're not fishing for yellowfin tuna, we're not chasing kingfish or big snapper and grouper on reefs. We're inshore. These fish don't have a lot of places to go. 15-pound braid, 15-pound mono. A lot of my other setups, I use 12-pound fluorocarbon, and I have no problem. I've caught plenty of big trout on that setup. I've caught plenty of redfish in the 30-inch range, and it doesn't have a problem. Leave your drag a little looser. You're gonna have to fight the fish a little bit longer to get them in, but I really feel like the lighter line gives you more hookups. Now, I have a couple of rods that are set up specifically for bull redfish that I have 30-pound braid with 20 or 25-pound monofilament leader, but those only come out the box if I'm specifically targeting 40+ inch fish. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you take it with you next time you're going fishing, apply it, and put some fish in the boat. Please remember to like and subscribe, and tune in next week for part 2 of We're Gonna Need a Bigger Cooler.